Hey everyone, welcome. It's Ellison Netra, the modern day sage. Okay. Today is what? Thursday, November 29th, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I am led to do a reading for today's energy. I'm gonna hopefully get it out before it's like really late. What time is it? It's 12:29 p.m. here. So this is not planned at all. Like, I just stopped what I was doing in the middle of doing and was like, it's time to do a reading. For those who don't know, for those who do watch my videos, thank you for watching my videos. Like, I'm like a little pleasantly surprised at, the views, the amount of views, which isn't like a lot, but it is. It is, because I wasn't expecting that. So thank you everyone who do watch the videos. I appreciate you, checking it out. But yeah, so I was in the middle of making a necklace, and I just want to show y'all this because this is, one of the things that I do. I make jewelry out of crystal, like the semi-precious stones or, crystals. This here is a necklace. This here is a necklace that I made, and it's going to have this pendant on it. And I'm still in the process of making it. It's almost done. The crystal kind of tilted to the side when I started tightening it. But, each piece is unique. And, I allow the energy to flow the way that it needs to. So if it wanted to tilt to the side, so be it. This is the way that this piece was supposed to be made. And, when I'm doing my work, I am an energy healer. So I'm like focusing my energy on the crystal so it can be programmed. So when I do send them out, it's full of good vibes, magic, love, all that good stuff. Because, these hands right here, these hands are very healing hands. And, just me touching somebody, they'll feel a sense of calmness. Just anything that I touch is like, it's healing. It's very healing. So, it's just showing you guys, just for those who are interested in some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful handcrafted pendants and jewelry. Have this tiger's eye. I'm going to finish it off. I was in the middle of doing that and updating my website and my Facebook page. Like, I'm multitasking right now because that's just how I operate. Maybe I need to focus my energy on one thing at a time, but that's just how I operate. Like, I have to move around because I get bored easy. So, I guess that's a good thing, though. Like, my hands are in a lot of things right now. So, bam. I'm going to finish it off with somehow incorporating these tiny pieces of tiger's eye. This also has tiger's eye as well down here, made from wooden beads. These two are, I forgot the name of those. I have it written down somewhere. Wooden beads. I like to use copper. It's a science behind what I'm doing here. The copper and the crystals and the energy, It's a science behind what I'm doing. These pieces that I'm creating, very, very, very powerful. Connects you. For real. Really connects you and transmit those energies like it needs to transmit them. I had a piece that I called the Ultimate Manifester. That mug was for real. Anyway, let me go ahead and jump into a reading now. It's not really jumping into, because we already 5 minutes in. Okay, let me go ahead and get started with this reading. So let us see what Spirit wants to say through this energy today. Like, I'm not even trying to feel energy right now. I am trying to get busy. And maybe that's the energy, getting busy. Because right now, I'm really not feeling like feeling nothing but working. Feeling successful. That's what I want to feel. Feeling accomplished. That's what I want to feel. If there's anything other than that going on in the cosmos today, I ain't trying to feel it. I'm not trying to feel it. I gotta stay focused. Maybe that's the energy. Staying focused. Staying focused. Let's see what Spirit has to say, though. Divine. I connect myself to Mother Earth. Connect myself to Source. Love, God, the Most High. Thank you. Thank you for your many gifts, your many blessings, and every lesson, every circumstance. Ask you to anoint this reading with wisdom, knowledge, understanding, healing, and purpose for us who are focused on our highest good and those concerned. Touch our hearts, cleanse us of all negative energy, anything that tries to slow us up, hold us down, attach to us, that serves no purpose and is nothing but dead weight. We ask that you remove it now. We ask that your angels come in, cutting all cords of attachment, clearing all energy, removing anything that does not belong to us. And I feel like that's exactly what the energy is. Thank you, Most High. I feel like that's what the energy is. Like, our divine team is really working behind the scenes to make sure that what don't belong to us is not going to attach itself to us. Like, they're working hard in the spirit. I feel even before I started praying that maybe that was the energy that was just ushered in. Like, nothing is going to, take your focus. Nobody's energy, nobody's mess is going to take your focus. That's why I'm not really trying to tap in, for real. I am not tapping in. I'm focused. Okay, so let's see what messages come out. This is so sloppy. This deck is a little bit bigger, so we're going to take it piece by piece. Okay. Just so it can be fair. One fell on the ground. Just so it can be fair. I'm going to take this other half. Shuffle through it. Okay, only one card on it. Oh, and look, it's 5 cards altogether. That's the normal amount of cards that I pick. It's 5 cards. So, the underlying energy that we have for today is the 2 of air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Pretending there is no problem. And maybe that's what I'm doing. Pretending there is no problem, because I am not concerned. I am not concerned. And that's the energy a lot of us may be in. One where, we're seeing things flawed, but in reality, things are the way that they should be. And it's like a battle between that. I feel like there's a lot of divine guidance taking place right now, especially when it comes to this confusion that we're facing. A lot of people are in a place of surrender as well. Just allowing things to be the way that they will be. Like, a lot of people are like, I'm not doing nothing right now. A lot of people are just allowing things to resolve themselves and not really taking action when it comes to certain issues, certain problems. I'm gonna pull this clarifying card from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. Okay, I'm going to take the cards that fell. Okay, psychic development and forgiveness. I'm going to take another deck for confirmation as well. Like, I am so not set up at all. This was really spur of the moment. Ew. So, it's going to take a lot of seeing through illusions right now. Seeing through illusions. Okay, so to clarify the Two of Air, we have psychic development, forgiveness, blessings, meditation, and manifestation. Okay. So, what I feel like Spirit is saying with this situation, where you may not be trying to focus your energy on, you're focusing your energy on other things outside of you, I feel. In your heart, with this particular situation that you're not focusing on, you know that there is forgiveness that needs to be taking place. And I feel like this has been a battle with someone in particular, which is why, you're pretending like there's nothing going on. Like, you're really trying to not focus on anything outside of you at this particular time, I feel. Where you're just trying to, like, especially for those who, resonate with this. I feel like it's been a battle with some of you. And it's been like a battle of the mind as well. Like, it's more so a battle of the mind that's going on right now. And maybe one way to not battle your focus on other things outside of those thoughts. But it's still a battling that's taking place. Wanting to forgive, or wanting to see the situation as being imperfect. Like, really making you unhappy. one thing that Spirit is saying, that forgiveness most definitely have to take place. Like, if you're feeling like things are not moving for you, it's because you're in a state of unforgiveness. It's something that you're holding on to. You're holding on to. And maybe that's where that stalemate is coming in at, because there's unforgiveness. It's unforgiveness that you're holding on to. But a lot of people may be in their head thinking that, this is unfair. Whatever the situation is that needs forgiveness, a lot of people are looking at it from like it being unfair. And being that it is working out the way that it's working out, I'd rather focus on other things other than, how this situation is affecting me. A lot of people are listening to their intuition now. Really, really, really listening to their intuition. Even what brings about anxiety, they're trusting it. What brings about any feeling, it's being trusted. Like that battle from within when it comes to conflicting thoughts. Like, this is really conflicted energy right now. Very conflicted energy. But there is a system to it. Psychic development. I feel like this offers so much more than, because it's so much confusion. Like, I'm like really like trying to maneuver through this energy, but it's really confusing right now. And I think what this card is saying is that underneath it all is your intuition. But you're not seeing things clearly because of unforgiveness. But if you take like a moment just to really sit and listen to your heart in meditation, listen to that still small voice through meditation and not necessarily listening to the mind, it's going to bring about blessings. It's going to bring about a blessing. It could be career-wise. It could be even with that person or how the situation may work out. At its best, this is the manifestation of things because of your heart being pure. It may be feeling like you're being wrong, or even because of you letting go of certain things with this forgiveness, because unforgiveness holds back so much stuff. Unforgiveness is what keeps our dreams from manifesting. But Spirit is saying through this energy, there's going to be an opportunity to forgive. Whatever confusion you're facing, it's going to be an opportunity to forgive it. And this is going to bring about blessings. The situation is going to resolve itself. Like, when you hold on to something out of unforgiveness, like you're really holding on to that situation instead of letting it go. Because once you let it go, the Most High, the universe, God, source, love, can transform it however it needs to be transformed. And it's going to be transformed through love, because love has the power to transform all. So if it's being transformed through love, that means that this is going to be for your highest good. And things can manifest the way that they need to manifest. But forgiveness is needed. That's where that stalemate is coming in at. It's unforgiveness. Continue to focus on you, but also take the opportunity to really search your heart in meditation, search your heart and forgive and let go of those things that you're holding on to because they're holding you back. We have a major arcana card here. There's a lot of air energy here. There's one water and one fire. But with the Hermit, it says, Hermit, Archangel Raziel, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. 9 is a number of completion. So a cycle is ending here. And this cycle is asking that you go within. It's time to do some soul searching for real. Spend time in quiet meditation. Really listen to your heart. Like, this is towards the end of the year, and I feel with those who resonate to this message, you know, you're not going to be able to go forward into 2019 with holding grudges against people, with any negative energy, any attachments, because 2019 is going to be something different. Like, things are constantly moving forward. And there's a lot of great opportunities for 2019, but you holding on to, you're stuck. You're holding on to things that no longer need to be held on to, especially when it comes to forgiving someone or forgiving a situation or even forgiving yourself. Like, you're holding yourself back. So this energy is offering the opportunity to go within. Okay, I'm going to pull Clarifier for the Hermit. We have Abundance. Abundance. Playfulness. So what Spirit is saying by going within, that's where you're going to find the treasures of your heart. That's when those treasures are going to manifest themselves to you. Because you're in a more of a lighthearted energy, like dropping down into your heart instead of in your head all the time. This is where the magic begins. This is where the magic happens. This is where love exists. This is where there is lightheartedness. This is where things just flow. And you can experience your abundance going within. Because that's where the real riches are. It's not outside of you. The real riches are within. This is where your abundance is. And Spirit is showing us how to tap into abundance just by listening to our hearts and listening to that small, still voice and meditating. Going within. We have the Knight of Water. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love, or wedding proposal. The need to balance emotions, and invitation to a social event. So I feel like a lot of people aren't focusing on their heart at all because they don't want to feel that emotion. Whatever your heart has been trying to tell you about this situation, where there's conflict, where there's no movement, you're trying to avoid that. You are trying to avoid that, and that's why you're focused outside of you instead of focusing on what's going on and really listening to your heart. Because I feel like a lot of people are experiencing some type of heartache that's more so mental than anything. Like, and what I mean by more so mental, because you're feeling it, but you're also stuck in those memories as well. But your heart is really trying to tell you, like, what's really going on. And only you can know for sure what it is that your heart is trying to tell you if you just stop for a moment and listen to your heart. You know, you can still be on autopilot. Some people believe that, you know, there's a stillness when it comes to meditation, but meditation could be anything that takes you out of your thoughts. So, you know, me personally, I'm gonna create. I'm gonna use this energy. I'm gonna use all of this energy to my fullest potential. Where, you know, there may be a stalemate and I'm focused on things outside of me, I am gonna put some action to things, but I'm also gonna be not focused on my thoughts. I'm gonna be in my heart creating these things. So, you know, I'm gonna use this energy to its full potential. So there's a need to balance out emotions. Some may be falling in love, but I feel like more so than anything, this is you needing to really balance out your emotions right now by listening instead of like getting stuck on those thoughts. Because your heart is trying to tell you, it's trying to heal and wants you to forgive. Your heart wants you to forgive because it doesn't want to feel that way. I don't know why some cards are check. Not that it matters. Okay. So 2 cards came from the Healing with the Angels Oracle. Self-acceptance and retreat. Pretty much what I'm saying. Go within. Retreat from those things outside of you that has you distracted. There are some things that you have to accept. There are some things that you have to accept, and your heart is trying to have you make peace with that. It's really time to start looking at yourself. Moving into balance. So, once again, this is self-explanatory, or this is confirmation rather. The need to balance emotions. Meditate. Going within. It's moving you into balance. When you center yourself, this is your center, your heart center. When you center yourself, you're able to be in a place of balance where, of course, you're feeling your emotions, but you're not letting your thoughts control. It's like a perfect balance of things. There's an acceptance where these things will no longer, you know, trigger you. Your heart needs healing right now. The 6 of Air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So when you go within, and see the truth of the situations, like that's where life magic happens. Healing. So the situation is going to heal itself. Just allow the energy to do what it does today. Be in the flow. You know, be in the flow. This is you taking some time out from those distractions and from running with the pack. You know, from being around others. To figure out your own opinions. To figure out your own way of doing things. Taking some time for you. This is going to be very healing. This is what was really needed. Masculine energy. there's healing taking place for the masculine energy within, because I feel like the masculine energy is more so taken over now when you're in your thoughts and things like that, too much into action, and your heart is trying to get your attention, which is more so the nurturing side, the feminine side. But there's healing being offered for this masculine energy within, and this can be reflected without or outside of you as well. As within, so without. So this conflict could be with the male person that you have in your life, but there's healing. When you heal yourself, you heal those relationships around you. Like your inner is a reflection of your outer. So that situation where where forgiveness is needed, maybe with the male that you have, a very important male in your life, someone significant in your life. But things are balancing out because you're paying attention. Like, how can I say this, describe this? I feel like, okay, this may be a twin flame reading. I mean, I think I'm like really in this twin flame energy, so I am. It's not, I think. I am. Like Spirit just said, yes, you are. So this is a twin flame reading, because I was just doing this as a reading for anybody and everybody, but this is a twin flame reading. Okay, so the feminine energy, which is your heart, let's just say that's your heart, your emotions, it's crying out. But the masculine energy, which is what you do, the things that you create, build, and things like that, is thinking, is overactive. It's doing too much. It's doing too much. And we can take this and relate it to our twin flame situation. The masculine energy is doing way too much. The masculine energy ain't got no time to feel nothing. They are doing too much and not really tapping. Like, they've been avoiding the emotional aspect of things, the emotional aspect of the relationship. They've been avoiding it. And that's even with yourself. A lot of you have been avoiding what your heart really has been trying to tell you, because you are all in your thoughts. So this is a direct reflection of what's going on within. What your masculine is doing is because you're doing it to yourself. Your heart, which is your feminine energy, your creativity, and all those, your intuition. That's why that psychic development card came up, because your intuition, you're not really relying on that. Like, it's trying to get your attention, but you're ignoring it. Just like your masculine may be ignoring you. They're not, but that's what it is. That's what's reflecting, because you're doing it to yourself. So today, highly encourage that you just take some time and listen to your heart, especially if you want healing in regards to your situation. Because your intuition is like, hey, I'm trying to tell you something. Your heart, hey, I'm trying to tell you something. First, we got to let this go, though. You got to let this go, because it's holding you up. If you want this abundance, this prosperity, especially for if you're not experiencing the prosperity that you know, that you desire and that you dream of, if your dreams are not necessarily manifesting the way that you would like them to, or not as fast, it's because you're focused on the wrong things. Not really focused on your heart. You're denying what your heart is trying to tell you through these emotions, because these emotions are just trying to get your attention. it's not the say so of it. It's just like, hey, is something going on? Trace me back to where this root is coming from. Like if you're feeling pain, you looking at the situation, you're in your head about it, but the pain is from a trigger, and it's trying to show you like, okay, this pain is like a SOS, like, hey, I'm right here, let's trace this back to find out exactly what's creating this feeling. And the only way that you're going to do that is if you go within, search within yourself, do some soul searching. Why does this really affect me the way that it does? Why does this person, we're not even going to make it about a person. We're going to make it about the situation, because it's not really the person. It's what the person did, the situation that was created. Because you know in your heart that you love this person. You love your masculine. You know in your heart that you love your masculine. But a situation occurred, you know, which was all for the highest good anyways. You know, that's what our masculines come to do, to trigger, you know, to like get to the root of things so our hearts can be truly, truly pure. But there's some unforgiveness there. And today's energy is just like trying to trace that back to its root. Yes, be focused. Allow the energy to take you away. You know, allow the energy to do what it's going to do, because right now I feel like it's just on autopilot. Like there's no thinking on your part. Just be, exist. It's not hard at all. It's really not. Just be. You know, follow your intuition. If your intuition is telling you to do something, then do it. That's why I started creating, you know, working on my jewelry at this particular time, because the energy is perfect for it. Like my energy is like focused. So just be in the flow of things, because your intuition is going to tell you what to do. And you're not going to be in your thoughts. Just listen to your intuition. If you have a nudge, do something, do it. If your intuition tells you to go outside and run around the block, your intuition is telling you that for a reason. Because in that activity, you're going to lose yourself. Or you're going to be outside of your head. And you're going to really be listening to your heart. And your thoughts are going to become so much clearer because you're focused on what you're doing. We have the King of Fire. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious. See, this is exactly what this energy is doing, is getting you to be more ambitious, to be highly ambitious, charismatic, open, motivational. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Is that me? Yes, it is. I am the King of Fire. And I am, because I'm a Sagittarius. So listen to what I'm telling you. That's what this card is saying. No, it's saying to focus, though. Really, really, really focus. We have retreat. Once again, we have another retreat card. And then we have harmony. So when you go within, you're creating harmony, and everything is going to flow the way that it needs to flow. Period. Point blank. We're going to just look at this underlying energy. Ancient wisdom. I'm going to pull a angels, gods, and goddess oracle card. Angel of prayer. Ask the universe and the angels for help and guidance. And if you rocked out with me in the beginning, we said a prayer, especially for those, you know, they say like when you touch and agree on something, it becomes even more so powerful than if it was just one person. Like if multiple people are focusing that energy and that intent. So like If you have to go back in the beginning and touch and agree with me on the prayer that was prayed over us, that we prayed, you know, do it. Touch it, really touch and agree, because it's through prayer. And if you have your own personal issues, touch and agree with someone. Pray with them. I also pray that there is healing involved with our own masculine energy, and that we do have the opportunity to go within and allowing forgiveness to take root over those situations that creates inner turmoil and conflict, so that we can experience harmony inside and out. We thank you, Most High. We thank you, angels, for your service. We thank you for the blessings bestowed upon us. We thank you for the abundance that we are receiving at this very moment, in this very hour, in this very day. We thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it be. I don't know why I'm shuffling this deck. I meant to, and there's no mistakes though. I meant to flip it over for underlying energy, but it's no mistake. So, romance. This is where this is all leading us to, this unforgiveness. Like I said, with your divine masculine. You gotta start with you though. Okay, so is there any more messages? Yes, for my Rumi Oracle. My workspace is so cluttered right now. It really is. Like, I was gonna say it's really not, but it really is, because I got several things going on right now, and I love it. Absolutely love it. When things really manifest the way that I want them to manifest, oh my God. I am going to be too happy. I'm going to have a whole bunch of readings to do, making jewelry, writing, recording, singing, rapping, laughing, especially when I'm in my creative mode. Oh my God, it's gonna just be so like bliss, and it is bliss right now. I'm so happy. Okay, 2 cards came out. We're gonna go with the first one. We're gonna start off with this one. The human gift, enumerated 17. Okay. The human gift. Oh heart, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much defiance and resistance come from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. Such attraction is offered by the beloved with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you with so much doubt and suspicion. Rumi. Do you bemoan your lack of faith? Do you berate yourself, blazing angel, because you have moments where you cannot bring yourself to trust and love more than you trust in your fears? Do you lament and worry that you could or should be living in greater surrender, and yet when is light more precious than when arises from darkness? When is trust more admirable than when it involves an uncertain yet bold leap of faith? O human angel, your path is perfection in the divine sense. Not in some artificial absence of struggle, but in a wrestling of darkness and light that ignites the fire within your holy heart. So rise up now from your doubts and admonishments, and let your human self be loved. Even for all the doubt, you are still a cherished one of the great beloved, and always shall be. Okay. we can continue. That was hard. Oh my God. I can't believe how challenging that was. Okay, let's continue. Be kind to your heart. You may believe it to be weary from doubt and distrust. So much heartbreak and so many agonies, yet still it beats. Still it persists with unquestioning allegiance to life. What a grand heart it is, this sacred heart of yours. How can it be worthy of anything other than tenderness, gratitude, acknowledgement, and appreciation? Do not plague your heart with falsehoods and expectations of some disembodied perfection. The perfection of your heart is that it loves still. That's what I said, you guys. You see the person, you see your divine masculine. I'm going to stop saying a person because this is obviously a twin flame reading. You see your divine masculine and you know the love that you have for him, but there's a grievance there. So, trust in that love. Trust in that love, and know that everything, like the good and the bad, you have to know that this journey is a journey for a reason. You got to look at everything in love. That those triggers that your divine masculine is doing is because it's helping you to get over it. To really, truly forgive. To let go and forgive. And to do things differently. And the universe, the divine, your angels are going to guide you exactly how you need to go. You're protected. But certain things have to come up. For collective conscious reasons. For your own personal development. Okay. It is perfection that it hopes even after despair. That it holds compassion even after experiences of fear. So then, what is there left to do but breathe the grandest sigh of relief and allow yourself the essential luxury of peace within? So then everything is all right. Even if at some moments it seems not to be, still your heart beats in honor of life. The heart can be nurtured and coaxed into gentle acceptance of all that is, and the divine sight will become available to you. Yes, sacred sight is what is beyond this oracle for you, beloved. You are meant to be witnessing something important. Something that will make the presence of the divine in your affairs more real to you. It will be something you can come to, count on at all times, and in that gain greater peace in the realization that, yes, it is safe to trust and surrender. Indeed, it is the only safe, sane, and sensible way to live. It is almost the most fun way to live. And I want to say this because, this whole twin flame journey is about trusting. If you already know the inevitable outcome for your twin flame journey, which is union, once you come into union with yourself, then you have to know, y'all gotta stop saying that. Y'all gotta stop saying that. Y'all speaking curses over the whole collective. When y'all say, me and my twin flame ain't gonna be, then y'all wasn't twin flames. You got to know in your heart for sure that your twin flame is your twin flame. Me and my twin flame in separation. And guess what? I've been seeing 11, 11, 1, 1, 1, 11 everywhere. That's the inevitable twin flame sign. This reading right here, it resonates. I didn't even think it was a twin flame reading, but it totally resonates. And I can understand and accept how this is to be true. Hi, kitty. Oh, my God. All the animals come and visit me. Animals love me. It's a cat that just walked down the runway. Crows be walking down. Deers. All the animals love me. I'm like Snow White. Okay, so, y'all really have to, for those who speak, I'm over it and stuff like that. Okay, be over it. But don't say that it won't never happen, because obviously, what are you on the twin flame journey for? This journey ain't necessarily about coming into union with your twin flame, but that is bringing you into greater union with yourself. And if your twin flame is supposed to be your mirror, then you have to know that it will be reflected unto you regardless of what certain circumstances portray themselves to be at the moment. If there's a grievance there, like, forgive. Like, go to the root of it. Go to the root of it. Because now is the time. Like, this energy, it's like, if you're in surrender, like, whatever shall be, shall be. You know, even trusting those feelings of hurt. You know, you're allowing yourself to experience those feelings instead of rejecting them. It's going to be... That's like a gift to yourself in a sense. It's a gift to yourself because you got to go through it. You got to go through certain things to see the truth in situations, to move beyond the fear. And a lot of people are afraid to feel emotions. You know, if your divine masculine is one that is not emotionally how can I say, emotionally present, like they don't like dealing with their emotions, that's because somewhere within you, you know, although you're in your emotions, you don't really want to face your emotions, like the truth of your emotions. It's the same thing. They just reflect it outwardly. You express those nurturing emotions, but you're not really facing those real, true, ugly, well, seeing the truth in those emotions. You're just looking at the situation for what it is. I hope that made sense. Yes, sacred site is what... Okay, yeah. Sacred site. So that's like also seeing past illusions, your intuition. Okay. Indeed, it is the only safe and sane and sensible way to live. Did I read that? Yeah, I did. It is also the most fun way to live, and you are allowed to live this way if you choose so. It is not shirking your duty as a responsible adult. It is not deluding yourself and turning away from the real world. Rather, surrender is placing responsibility where it's best placed, firmly in the hands of that part of you wise enough to know the great beloved is still wiser, or wiser still, and that your life unfolds according to the great beloved's grace. So for now, take control in this oracle. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Take comfort in this oracle. Take your time. Just for a moment, let your heart be honored and loved by you. And imagine that you can crack open a window in the dustiest chambers of your own heart temple to let the light of the divine stream in. You may see the angel reaching to assist you. You may receive the gift of understanding, insight, and realization. You may feel peace, or you may finally allow your heart to break once more to shed those old grievances and be free and fresh to live and love again. Or you may quietly realize you are human. You are a light and dark of heaven and earth. What a perfect blend you are of all that can possibly be. You are an extraordinary living divine experiment in the making, and you are sacred, cherished, and loved by the great beloved. So do not fear your fear, but do doubt your doubt with compassion. Let it be and let it go. You are human after all, and your journey is beyond description. Just remember, if you are ever in need of the great beloved, there's a sacred place where sacred trust is always available to you. In the temple of your heart, with the window cracked open, so that doubt can fly out and love can breathe freely. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. You are, or soon will be seeing with greater clarity and insight, a situation that has been obscured to you in the past. You may be startled by what you perceive, so much so that you second guess yourself or chalk it up to wild imagination on your part. You are asked to trust in your perception, that when they come from the heart, although what you perceive may be darkness, there will be no judgment in it. See what is truthfully there. Be in the compassionate nature of your heart, and you shall also be shown the most graceful way to become clear and free of darkness, either within yourself or within others in the world around you. That's what I said, you guys. When you listen to your heart, when you go within, listen to your heart. You know, this was like the guidance given, you know, about the situation that you're facing with your twin flame. It's all about you. Your heart is trying to show you, like, let's heal this. Let's heal this. What your masculine energy has been rejecting, let's let it go. Let's forgive. And the final card is Enter the Garden of Delights. Enter the Garden of Delights. Are you aware that sweetness is found everywhere in town? Are you aware that winter is gone and spring has come around? Are you aware that sweet basil and the carnation are whispering in the garden and laughing about how simply everything is found? Are you aware the nightingale has come back from its flight, singing out messages of love to spread the light with every sound? Everything in the garden is granted the right from the divine court to appear for our delight. Everything is here to make the earth green and alive as a haven for our life. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. No one truly alive can ever be pawned to a prison or a tomb. Rumi. There is a sweet spot when entering the Garden of Delights, a moment where the senses have gorged themselves upon beauty and become heavy with their fullness, slowing the mind so that it can perceive the divine beloved dancing beyond the veils of nature. But first comes the sensual feasting. Blooming orchards arrest the gaze with their startling and strange beauty. Nectar from the ripest fruits of the garden drips luscious and sweet upon a savoring tongue. Hungry for gossip, the ears shamelessly eavesdrops upon the birds in melodic conversation. They sing of greatness, most passionate love, and boundless living joy. The ears open wide to take it all in. The craving for touch is sated by rough textured bark falling from the ancient trees. Soft dewy grasses cool in the shade, the crunching leaves making their sound under the hot sun and dancing feet, and the caress of the sunlight upon the bare shoulders with weight of its own, like a silken wrap placed just so by caring lover's hand. The breeze, the very breath of the beloved Earth Mother, is sweet with scent of lavender and jasmine, warmed by the Sun Father. Let me take a minute. I have to ground myself, you guys. I'm getting like really, really spacey, and I don't know if this is from divine masculine, if this is my own personal energy, is this the energy of the collective? I feel like what's taking place right now is like some real deep healing. Where I just want to take a breath. That might be helpful for a lot of you, divine feminine, you know, slowing down just a little bit, taking a breath from things. Because I feel like a lot of feminine are like really overly active and not breathing. Okay. Whew. Oh, drink it in until your arms raise themselves to heaven, your head tilts, eyes rolling back in your head, in your sacred animal body, and mindless and in love. The Garden of Delights, narcotic in effect, lulling in the senses from tension into sacred languor, that love may be experienced. Let us rest here in the midst of so much life, where the goodness of life is felt and the heart is free from any prison of pain or doubt. Come, be in the garden with me now. Let us be free and feast to our heart's content. You have been granted entry into sacred space, a myriad, a sanctuary for worship. When a soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which the soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are being invited by your spiritual brother, Rumi, to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. Sometimes a part of you may rather stay locked in an illusion of security for a time, perhaps expressed through the preference for what is known over what is unknown, what is familiar and comfortable compared to that which is unfamiliar and uncomfortable, to tassel with the parts of us that would deny aliveness in a natural part of growth. It can seem so risky, with such potential for heartache, and yet, what could be more heart-wrenching than the slow death of a precious human soul suffocated by fear and inertia? That is the greatest risk of never really and fully being born into the world of wonders. So this is the stalemate energy. This is the Two of Air, or the Two of Swords. So Rumi is your midwife, there to ensure full spiritual birth. He is standing at the threshold with you now. You are being asked to cross this threshold, the crossroads, from the life you have been living into the aliveness that is flickering and glowing at your feet. It is love's wild, hot embers at your sacred feet. They will erupt at any moment into a holy inferno, taking hold of you and igniting you from within, transforming you into living fire. To come alive requires shedding of so much adherence to the fear of death. The great brother whispers wisdom in your heart. You have heard it, felt it already. The fear of death is so much more terrible than death itself. Nothing is dying in you but fear, so the heart can live more freely. Death and life are twin angels, dancing together in communion with the sacred. They are not opposed. They bring the soul aliveness and make the Garden of Delights possible. Okay, I'm going to just chip in here. Twin angels. That's a key sign for my twin flames. You know, one can be considered dark, one could be considered light, one could be considered negative, one can be considered positive. But it's all playing together. It's not a battle per se, it's more so a dance that's taking place. And this is how expansion happens. They bring the seasons of the soul that foster growth and takes the appearance of dying away, which is actually part of the cycle of life, again and again and again. You have been through much death, dear one, around you, within you. You have known this dark angel. That is why you are so full of life. Your attempts to stay as you have been, to render something in your life immobile or impervious to change, have failed. Let us celebrate. There is no delight in frozen moments long since past. Why try to feast upon such food? It will not nourish you anymore near as deeply and fully as fresh from the oven morsels of life. Come, let us taste all that is on offer. We'll drink heatedly and sate our deepest thirst. Let us enjoy the richness of the meal and gratitude for its preparation and awe at the skill involved in such masterful creation. Do not let the memory of death starve you of your participation in life. Do not let the memory of death starve you of your participation in life. Do you hold on still to that which is past? I will soothe you with a loving touch upon your back, and yet gently I will turn your head to the right and urge you to see the rising sun. Your life is blessed, you see. I want you to know this. I want you to accept this now. Let those horrors of the past be gone. They are no more than phantoms. The garden is here now to be touched, tasted, seen, heard, felt, inhaled, and loved. This oracle comes to you with the message: a new day is dawning for you. This is a time when the past will very soon cease to have any hold over you. Celebration is imminent. You are invited into the golden light of divine plenty. Abundance! Put your worries behind you now and step into your divine inheritance, where all is sorted according to kindness and grace. So, my divine feminine, be in surrender. Just go with the flow of your day today, because the universe is really, really working it out. You know, indulge yourself so you can go within, however you have to go in within. Even if it's indulging in like a spiritual practice, like listen to your heart. If your heart is telling you to do something today, indulge in that very thing, because that's what's going to really get you back into your heart. Okay? So, I hope this message resonates with my twin flames, especially those who have some type of rift with their masculine counterpart. If you want to book a reading with me, whatever type of reading that may be, there's no limits to the type of readings that I do. My information is in the description box below. You can find me on Facebook. If you aren't on Facebook, just send me an email asking, whatever you need to ask as far as what services or, how can we do a reading. Contact me. I will post my, website shortly once I make some updates. So until then, you guys, I love you guys. Thank you for joining. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Like, share, comment. Let me know how this resonates with you. Let's keep in touch, you guys. Until next time, love and light.